In Shining World Compassion Award news from the United States, Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions is a rescue organization based in California, USA that is dedicated to saving displaced, abandoned and injured pigeon and dove people who survived exploitive businesses and cruel sports. This avian haven provides rescue, medical treatment, foster care and adoption services and has placed over 1,400 feathered friends in forever homes since 2007. Founded by Elizabeth Young, who is a vegan, Paloma-Sea also shares informative resources with other shelters, caregivers and the public.
We created the word Paloma-Sea, pigeon diplomacy, because nobody else was doing the work that we started 11 years ago. There's thousands and thousands of domestic pigeons, unreleasable birds that can't survive in the wild, that get hurt through the ways that they're used. They are bred for meat, they're used for sport, for animal training, hunting, and they get endangered. When they're lucky enough to survive the initial trauma that grounds them and get taken to an animal shelter, they weren't getting rescued, they weren't getting adopted. People don't know about pigeons as pets, they don't think of them as adoptable. The shelters don't know what to do with them.
Upon knowing of their advocacy for the innocent pigeon and dove people, our cherished Supreme Master Ching thankfully presents the Shining World Compassion Award to Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions, plus a humble loving contribution of $10,000 to support its benevolent work with all love, gratitude and best wishes in heaven's grace. Our association members from California, USA were delighted to present the award letter, crystalline plaque and Master's financial contribution, as well as her publications and DVDs to Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions on Master's behalf.
We are truly honored to present Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions the Shining World Compassion Award for creating a heavenly abode for rescued bird people, showing no limit to the amount of kindness and care of God's treasured creation. This award is presented in recognition of Paloma-Sea's munificent love and its inner wisdom, knowing what is most needed to benefit sentient beings.
I'd like to thank Supreme Master Ching for this generous donation to Paloma-Sea, which allows us to help more birds, which we're always hoping to do. It's amazing. This helps us continue the much needed work that we've been doing since 2007, and we just very much appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We're all so honored and appreciative of being noticed and being highlighted like this, as well as supported so generously. It's really, really important to us. We're a small organization working on a really big job. And so I want to say just heartfelt gratitude to Supreme Master Ching and Supreme Master TV and all of you for all of this support.
Our sincere congratulations, Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions. We applaud your devoted efforts to transform our planet into a more humane habitat, including for our often overlooked sweet dove and pigeon friends. May God forever bless you in your inspiring endeavors. For the full presentation of the Shining World Compassion Award to Paloma-Sea Pigeon and Dove Adoptions, please tune in to our Shining World Awards program at a later date.
United Kingdom newspaper columnist reports that a vegan Britain could feed 200 million people. In a recent article in The Guardian, environmentalist George Monbiot, a vegan, revealed that the UK currently uses 17.5 million hectares of land for farming. However, if the country's citizens transitioned to a vegan diet, only 3 million hectares would be needed, freeing up over 14 million hectares of land. The article stated that grains and pulses are used more efficiently when eaten directly by people, rather than fed to animal people who are then consumed. In addition, Mr. Monbiot shared that enough food is being produced for everyone on the planet. However, almost half of it is being wasted, mostly to feed animal people in factories. Thank you, George Monbiot and The Guardian, for this calculation and reminder about how to use land wisely. In the grace of the Providence, may we soon solve the deepening food crisis by transitioning to a fully vegan world.
The National Opera House of Ukraine reopens to moving 10-minute standing ovation. After months being closed due to the war, the celebrated opera house in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev recently reopened with a much-appreciated staging of the Italian piece titled The Barber of Seville. There was a limit of 300 attendees, however, due to concerns of having to evacuate quickly. Many audience members took the opportunity to dress up in beautiful clothing, and some soldiers also took a rest from their duties to enjoy the music. Some of the staff had left to defend the country, but enough of them had returned to resume productions. Bravo, National Opera House of Ukraine, on your reopening and heartfelt evening of artistic upliftment. Wishing you all safety as we pray for peace to soon return to every part of your beautiful land in divine magnanimity.
Researchers developed tiny robots that are smaller than flea-people. Scientists at Northwestern University in the United States have succeeded in building robots that are less than 1 millimeter in size. The tiny bots can walk at a speed of half their width per second, as well as jump, bend, twist, and crawl. The movements are achieved by shining a laser on different parts of their robot's body, which hits the alloys, causing them to buckle and then return to their original shape as they cool. It is hoped that as the technology improves, the remotely controlled structures could be used someday to perform minimally invasive surgeries or repair machines with tight spaces. Exciting news, Northwestern University researchers, on your advancement in micro-robots. In heaven's elevating radiance, may our wisdom always increase along with our technological progress for the benefit of all beings.
Hero in Kazakhstan saves toddler hanging from 8th floor window. A 3-year-old girl in Nur-Sultan, the country's capital city, managed to climb out her home window about 24 meters above the ground. Sabit Shontakbayev, a 37-year-old father of 4, was on his way to work when he saw her hanging by her hands with a crowd watching from below. He and his friend immediately went up to the 7th floor apartment right below the girl's home. After being let in, Mr. Shontakbayev stood out of the window, then grabbed the girl's leg, enabling her to fall into his free arm before being passed to his friend indoors. As news quickly spread of his heroism, the Kazakh government awarded Mr. Shontakbayev with a medal for courage, offered him a new job as a rescuer, and even gifted him an apartment so that his family could live with him in Nur-Sultan. We are so relieved that the little girl was rescued. A standing salute, Sabit Shontakbayev, for your brave and quick actions. May such exemplary deeds inspire many in Kazakhstan and beyond in Allah's immense love.
Spanish plant protein brand launches vegan salami. Rojito Vegano, founded by Hugo del Toro and Alex Oprea from Spain, has launched Sin Salchichon, with sin meaning without in Spanish and salchichon being a Spanish cured sausage similar to salami. Sin Salchichon is made with pea protein and fava beans. Following the overwhelming support for its first product, a vegan ham called Sin Hamon, which was released in late 2020, the company continued to introduce more hearty vegan protein items. All of Rojito Vegano's products are free of common allergens, have less fat content than their flesh-based counterparts, and are packaged in biodegradable materials. Hats off to you, Rojito Vegano. In celestial swiftness, may all people choose delectable vegan meat alternatives for a flourishing world.
More dog companions join Canadians going back to the workplace after pandemic. According to a recent survey by Canadian market research company Leisure, 51% of Canadian citizens support dog persons accompanying their human friend to the office. For example, Bill Dickey, president of Tungsten Collaborative, a research and product development company in Ottawa, encourages staff to bring their furry companions to the office, saying that the pandemic has raised people's tolerance for their presence. A dog lady named Daisy has even been designated as the firm's chief morale officer and greets visitors by wagging a tail. The company has reported increased staff productivity as taking healthy walks and decompressing after a meeting are among the many bonuses of having loving dog persons around. Also, caregivers don't have to worry about leaving their companions alone at home. What a wonderful practice! In heaven's light, may our loyal dog friends be appreciated for their ever-constant support for humans with their reassuring and noble qualities.